Hi everybody and welcome back to Sharing Life Perception. Today I'll be sharing a tool with you, but before, if you allow me so, I'd like to do a quick recap on what we've talked about so far. And for those of you who haven't had a chance to watch my videos yet, I invite you to do so. In the first video, what we've talked about is we talked about the belief and how a belief is only or simply an acceptance of something being true. We also talked about how the belief is the foundation of every human being, and it's really through the belief that we act, react, and think about certain things. The other videos we talked about accepting the importance of accepting certain things in order to move forward, and we also talked about information being golden. At least it has the potential to be so. And the tools that I'll be sharing with you today is to really a tool that will give you the chance to take the information that you will gather and really turn it into gold to make it work for you. And it's important to understand that when we are looking into belief and gathering information about our belief, whether we want to tweak them or change them, it's that there's a danger to fall in this trap. And the trap being really looking for information that will justify our belief, where what we want to do is to really go and get as much information possible to be able to make a decision on whether we keep our belief, whether we tweak it, or whether we change it. And the trap that I'm talking about is also known as ego. I understand that ego is used in different contexts, but in this context, ego is really there to play a trick on you. And it's important to understand that the ego, as a main role or the only goal, is to be right at all costs, no matter the cost. It has to be right. Whether it's good for you or not is not a question. It's about being right. And the ego, by the way, is done at a subconscious level. And now that we are aware of it, we can bring it to the conscious level and be aware of it and be in control of it. It's not going to be 100% at the beginning, but at least you are aware, so you'll be able to say, okay, the information I'm gathering, is it really just to justify my belief, or is the information that I'm gathering is really about making a decision on the belief that I have, which includes getting information that will make you question your own belief. At the end of the day, that's what it is. And by doing so, whether you're trying to justify your belief or you're trying to question your belief and really make sure that your belief is right and it is working for you, in the sense of is my belief a fact or true? And either or, the research you will be doing will be making it stronger. And when you're questioning yourself, then you can realize, okay, maybe I've overlooked something because it was easier to believe a certain way. But when I'm gathering all the facts, it does not add up. So maybe I'll change it. So that is one thing you have to be aware of. The second thing is, when we are gathering certain things and we come up with our belief or information that will make our belief stronger, getting the information is only the first part of the work that it needs to be done. The second part is to actually practice it, to put it into action, into play. And as you're doing so, the more practice and the more chances you have to use that belief, the more experience you will have. And the more experience you will have, the stronger your belief will become, the more factual it will become. Therefore, the importance of getting the right information from the get-go. And it's really through experience afterwards that you're going to be able to build it up. If we take, for an example, as love as being a belief, let's say that, and believe it or not, I wouldn't say everybody, but most cases, love is the root, or the misconception, or the misusing a belief maybe. But I think at the end of the day, if we really shape it down, it all comes down to love being often a belief that we don't deserve love. And when we do so, it's not only important to focus on why do we believe we don't we deserve love. And if you do so, you'll be looking at, okay, well, I have this fault, I have this fault, I have this fault, or weaknesses, depending on how you want to call it. But if you're focusing on why you don't deserve love, you will look at it as a fault, as a fault, as a fault, as a fault. Therefore, making it right that you don't deserve love. But if you're starting to gather all the information on why would someone deserve love, then you start to focus on the quality. Well, I have this quality. Well, I have this quality. Well, I have this quality and that quality. Man, I have more qualities than weaknesses. Or I have a lot of qualities, whatever. But at the end of the day, you'll go, well, I deserve love. And then by thinking that way, imagine, and I'm talking about love, I'm not talking falling in love with someone, I'm talking love in general. And there's a big difference. We'll talk later on about that. But understanding that love is general. There's love for people and there's falling in love for someone. But for now, it's love for everybody. But as you're finding that, then it's important to put it into practice. And it can be as easy as going to the store that you're going to, the corner store or wherever you shop, and just saying hello to the person who's filling up the order, or the cashier, or whoever is there. Maybe just a hello. And maybe one day they'll say hello back. You go, oh. Then the next day, or the next time rather, the hello eventually goes or come to, hey, how was your day today? Ah, pretty good. How's yours? Oh, mine was great. Thanks. And then you start building a relationship. And the relationship may become to have a full-grown conversation one day, asking about how they were. How was their day? And the day after or the next time, they ask you about your day. That is called experience. Practice, 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 or experience, experience, experience. And the more of those you have, the more fact that it brings, the more strength it will bring to that belief. Now you will believe that you deserve love, and it all starts from there. And then when you start doing that, then you're going to be able to widen the amount of people you chat with, and then it's going to go more and more, and eventually you'll find the right one, and then you'll be able to fall in love with somebody. But it starts somewhere, and that's, believe it or not, is one of the biggest one, I think, that needs work on for everybody. Understanding the difference between loving a human being, versus falling in love with somebody. There's nothing wrong by saying I love you. Doesn't mean I'm cheating on my wife. It just means I love you as a human being. It's totally a different story. Loving someone, I love everybody equally, except my wife. I love a lot more for a different reason. I'm in love with the woman. And that makes a big difference at the end of the day. I have a different love for my parents. But it all starts from there. I was lucky to have love from my parents. Some don't have that luxury. So those are the things we have to look forward when we're focusing on belief, is to really put it in action and start seeing it for our own eyes and feeling it. And then it becomes a better belief. And the more you believe it, the more it's going to happen because you believe it. And that's really part of the whole gathering of the information to begin with. And that's really how you change a belief. Not only gathering the information, but also putting it into action. So on that note, I hope that you find this tool helpful. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hope to see you next time. Until then, be good to yourself, be kind to yourself. And I love you guys. See you next time. Bye for now. Bye.